Welcome back everyone. I'm picking up right where I left off in the last video. In this video, I will be adding dimensions using these buttons up here. But first things first, let's increase the scale on our page, change it from 1 to 2, and then give your file a save. Okay, that's a lot better. It was getting kind of tight. So that's going to allow us to see what we're doing a lot better. So these dimension tools work pretty straightforward. You can click on a line and use this first one. This says insert a new length dimension, just like that. And you can also click on a horizontal line, do something like that. Or you can click on 2 points. So as you can see, that is pretty straightforward. The second 2 buttons are like the first, except they always draw a horizontal dimension or always draw a vertical dimension. This would be useful in case you're selecting points that are not on the same line. For example, I want to dimension the width of the part across this way. If I just choose the length dimension, it shows the length between those 2 points. But what I actually want to do is force it to give me the horizontal distance between them like this. Or I could also tell it to give me the vertical distance there. So using just those tools, you could fully dimension this part, but let's add a couple other features to make it more interesting. First, I'm just going to jump back into part design and throw sketch on here. Let's put a hole right through the center of the part. And I'm also going to add a fillet to that corner there. And let's make that a little bit bigger because it's going to be hard to work with. Let's do 0.2 or something. Oh, 0.2 thou. That's pretty small. 200 thou. It's more like it. Looks pretty goofy, but it'll work for what we're doing. Alright, so first you'll see we have some center lines. These crosshairs here. Those are the this one that's way out here. That's actually the center line of this arc. And if this stuff is getting in the way, you can toggle your center lines and also all these points by clicking this turn on and off frames. And we can see that we lose the text under each projection as well. And that's really not necessary to even keep that around. And whenever you print it, it will automatically remove the gray dots, the center marks, and all these dashed lines in that text. It just kind of cleans it up, but it's nice to have those dots whenever you're dimensioning stuff, of course. Alright, so with this hole, we actually need to click on the circular part and not the crosshairs. That way we can choose either one of 2 buttons, either the diameter button, or we can actually specify the radius of this hole here. And for the fillet, we can use the radius tool as well. And then finally, we have some tools for showing the angle between 2 lines. Oh yeah, and in order to select multiple lines, make sure you hold Control. It's the same as if you're basically the same interface as the 3D viewer. You have to hit Control. Sometimes I get confused because whenever you're in the sketcher, you can just single select stuff, and it feels like you're in the sketcher because you're adding dimensions, but it actually behaves more like the 3D model. So you'll have your hand on the control key a lot. Oh yeah, so where was I? I was talking about the angle dimensions. So click two lines, and these two lines are perpendicular, of course, so they're 90 degrees. And the second button, you can select 3 points, and it'll tell you the angle between them. Here, let's do something more interesting. I'll come back here. Oh, I see. Okay. That's obviously not very descriptive of our part, but gets the point across, I guess. And if you, okay, yeah, looks good. And I think that is all that I need to show you guys in this video. So with that, you should be able to just about to mention anything. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for future episodes. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.